Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so today's video is on points of intersection, right? So what is a point of intersection? I'm so glad you asked. The point of intersection of two lines is literally just the point where two lines overlap or two lines meet. That's it. That's it, right? And then two other points of intersection you need to be aware of: where it crosses, where a line intersects with the y-axis is called the y-intercept, and where a line intersects with the x-axis is called an x-intercept. So I talked about them briefly in my last video, but just thought you should know. Right, so points of intersection of two given lines. So we have two ways to solve a simultaneous equation. We have method 1, which is graphically. Okay, well, I'm doing the algebraic method first. But we can either A, do it graphically, i.e. draw both lines on a graph, find a point like that, or B, we're going to use simultaneous equations, which I think I made a video on. If I haven't, that video will be with you momentarily. Anyway, so simultaneous equations. So, how do we know which one to use? Well, in your exam, it'll probably specify, really, if they ask you to plot two lines and then part B is like hence or otherwise find the point of intersection, you're going to be using your graph. For me, if it didn't specify, I would use the simultaneous methods way, just because it's more accurate than plotting it on a graph, especially if my answers are like fractions, etc., etc. Right, so algebraically, so what do we need to do first? So I first need to write my two equations on top of each other, label them 1 and 2. I need to rearrange both of my equations in the form ax plus by equals c. So i.e. just bring all of my variables to the left and leave all my constants to the right. I then need to eliminate one variable and find the value of the other variable. Then once I found the value of the other variable, shove it back into one of my initial equations, and then I'm going to get the value for the first variable, and then bada boom bada bing, I'm going to have two values, and that will be my point of intersection. Right, let's have a little looky look. So, for example, so I have here solve for x and y. If 3x minus 2y equals 19 and 2x plus 5y equals 0. So I need to solve find the point of intersection of these two lines. Well, first, as I said, I need to label my 2 points. So 1, 3x minus 2y equals 19. Then I have here my second line, 2x plus 5y equals 0. So I need to now pick a equation to eliminate, right? And variable. I need to choose a variable to eliminate. How do I do that? Well, how I eliminate a variable would be is I'm going to be adding these two lines together. So preferably their variables, so their coefficients will be the same but opposite signs. So I need to pick one of my variables. I need to choose x or y to get rid of, and I need to get their coefficients to be the same but the signs opposite. That makes sense. So for example, I have a minus 2y and a 5y here. Well, I need them to have the same coefficients but opposite signs. So I'm going to eliminate y first because I already have the minus embedded in my y, so it kind of makes it easier. So I need to get minus 2y and plus 5y to have the same coefficient. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to be using my lowest common multiple. Now, technically, you don't have to use a lowest common multiple. I can just multiply my top line by 5 and my bottom line by 2. Now, I'm literally only multiplying my bottom line by 2 is because I already have a minus in this minus 2y. If that was a plus 2y, I need to make one of these variables a minus, yeah? So, and that's it. And I think that's the same for lowest common multiple anyway. I think the lowest common multiple is 10. So it works out the same. How do we get from 2 to 10? I'll multiply by 5. How do I get from 5 to 10? I'll multiply by 2. But you know, in the case of you don't really know the lowest common multiple, just multiply each line by the other's coefficients and then change the sign if needs be. So I'm going to multiply my top line by 5 and my bottom line by 2. So I'm multiplying everything by 5 now. So I'm going to have 15x minus 10y equals, oh my god, that's a big sum. Hold on, wait a minute, hold on. Oh wait, no, that's so easy. Oh, 95. That's literally so embarrassing. Why did I do that one on my calculator? Anyway, 95. Multiply my bottom one by 2. 4x plus 10y equals 0. Jum. Now, I'm going to add my two equations together. Add them together. So 15x plus 4x is 19x. Minus 10y plus 10y, well, they're going to cancel out to be a 0, just a 0. And then 95 plus 0 is 95. So I'm left with 19x equals 95 ... x is equal to 5. So therefore x equal to 5, right? But I'm not done, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not done. No, I have my x, but I need my y. I need my y. Tell me why. Anyway, I need my y. So how do I get my y? Well, I'm going to get this x and I'm going to shove it back in to either this equation or that equation. Either or. Either one you want. You pick. So I'm going to choose my first one. So it'll be 3 times 5 minus 2y equals 19. 15 minus 2y equals 19. Minus 2y is equal to, bring that 15 over, become a minus. 19 minus 15 is 4. Y equals minus 2. And then therefore, my point of intersection POI equals 5 minus 2. Because remember, I do my x coordinate first, then my y coordinate. So my point of intersection is 5 minus 2. That's it. And then now I'm going to use the graphical method here for the same one, and I can verify my answer graphically. So in my last video, I showed you how to graph a line. So just find 2 points that are on the line and draw a line. But me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a bit lazy at the moment. I'm a bit lazy. I have dinner waiting for me. So I'm going to do this quickly. So I have 3x minus 2y equals 19. 2x plus 5y equals 0. And hopefully this works first try. The wonders of... No. Fix that, maybe. Hold on. Why? Ding dong. Bing, bong, bong. Graph in 2D. Insert on page. There it is. There's the equation. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit, maybe. But as you can see here, my point of intersection on the line here is here. And my point of intersection is 5. And I'm going to look at the boxes. Well, these boxes are going down in 2. So that's minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 10. So I'm at 5 minus 2. And then if you recall, that is the answer from doing it algebraically. Right. Okay. So that is how to find the point of intersection of 2 lines. Right. Okay. See you later, everybody. Peace.